Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tech Podcast. Today we are coming up with some fascinating updates which came in from Microsoft Build 2025. I think there are quite a few updates which came in, and it's kind of truly compelling actually. I wanted to hear from Gokul and Priya to see what excites them the most, and I'll go with Gokul first. Over to you, Gokul.
Yeah, thank you, Ram. So yes, the updates are really fascinating, and the one which I was very much interested is the Copilot fine tuning, right? So we know that multiple AI tools are used by different purposes, and it really helps people to move forward with their work. But one significant challenge with all these tools is the result, right? So it provides the right result, but if you go ahead and see the tone, it is not very native to the organization style. So this has always been a gap, and Microsoft has now addressed it through Microsoft 365 Copilot tuning. So this will help the organization to fine tune their AI systems without any complexity by using the low code tooling platform, which is Copilot Studio. So uh, uh, these fine tuning process will help us to connect our enterprise data to train the model, which also comes with the enterprise data protection, right? So when someone really wants to create a training model using the model maker, we can ensure that who has to have access through it through an intra group security group, which provides more governance, and also the data whatever gets integrated with the tool with the model will also be protected using the enterprise protection. So currently, Microsoft provides some predefined recipes that focuses on some specific task, which includes document creation, summarization, and expert Q&A. So, for example, if there is a project which is run by an organization where they really need to go to an RFP, and if there is a successful documentation that was prepared in the early, which is stored in our system, right, we can make use of those documentation to fine tune the model so that the model understands how the result should look like, and it will provide the right information, right responses, which is a kind of a successful information which we have already feed it into the agent. So um, people can go ahead, create this recipes, which can be used to fine tune their agent, and then it can be published for the people's use. And currently the task specific fine tuning is something connects with SharePoint for any data, but there are future in the future there will be other APIs as well, which will be included as per Microsoft's update. And right now there is a program which is running, in case if people really wanted to be part of this program for specific to fine tuning, they have to have minimum of 5,000 Copilot licenses. In case if you don't have enough licenses in your tenant, but if you still really wanted to be part of the program, you can definitely go ahead and talk to your respective TAM to get yourself enrolled into the program. So other than that, Ram, do you find anything that is interesting for you?
Yeah, thanks, Gokul. And just to add on to the tuning side, right? I think, as you said, it's going to be really beneficial for the organizations who would like to see an agent which works for their own style. And then the other thing which fascinates is the permissions are inherited for the samples that you have added. So the one which you highlighted, where if you have a well documented approach which you would like to add it as a sample, and as you said, the permissions will be inherited there. And also, I think the other option is that you can bring that as a template, right? And then, like when you create an agent, you can actually see that template, and then people can go ahead and use that template to create it, and then they can scope it specific to a security group, as you said. So
Correct.
it gives you a lot of granular permissions, as we talked about. Uh, and something we've been really waiting for was the multi-agent orchestration in Copilot Studio, right? Because agents usually gets created in multiple places, and I've seen departments creating multiple agents within their organizations, but it all works in on their own go, right? It doesn't combine and produce a result. So it's like hiring a team of members and then making them to work together and getting a task accomplished. That's what most of the organizations would like to have, and that's what the multi-agent orchestration is going to do. So I could see that you can bring in agents from Studio, Fabric, Azure AI, and even from SDK, so which gives you a lot of options to play around. And I think there are around like 1900 models which Microsoft is saying, like including the industry specific ones for the prompts and generative answers which can bring in. And these could be like the pro code low code capabilities, right? So which is easy for the developers to make it and then pull it from SDK or the Fabric or Azure AI to build these agents. So I feel this is going to be like some fascinating time ahead. Priya, anything that you wanted to bring in?
Yes, Ram, like related to the recent update, right? So, as you told, Microsoft is giving developers a flexible environment, right? So, where they can bring in multiple tools, even in both low code or no code environment. So, they'll be able to build their own. Program. So the some of the tools like Copilot Studio, GitHub, Visual Studio, and Azure AI Foundry. So everything works together, right? So, but by this they give a rich environment for the workflows to happen. And the other good thing is the Microsoft 365 Agent Tools Kit. So what it basically does is that it gives the opportunity for the developers to create their own intelligent agents, right? And they can bring in the components. For example, they can integrate with AI models, or they can integrate with like Azure Cognitive Search, all these things. And they can publish it, either they can publish it to Copilot or Copilot Chat. And also the pro code support, like if the developers are trying to bring up a custom logic, so they can create their own logic, and then they can do the um, agent prepared, right? So the other interesting thing is the in Microsoft 365 SDK, so where it provides the tools basically for testing agents across the environments, like Microsoft Teams or web apps, or even in a sandbox environment. So it is important for the developers, because you are able to test it, I mean build a application, test it, debug it, and deploy it, so within that same infrastructure. Then the Teams AI library, right? So it gives the developers all the available agents that can collaborate with Microsoft Teams. And it also can be optimized across channels or teams or meetings. And then the agent A2A protocol, right? So that is a new open standard Microsoft has launched. So where multiple agents can collaborate and they can communicate with each other. Then the MCP protocol, so multi-agent collaboration protocol. So this one, it actually extends the agents across different platforms, right? So as of now, Teams AI library is generally available, but this A2K and A2A and MCP, it is on the public preview. So in few future days, we can expect that. And the thing is the Microsoft APIs, right? So as I told you before, it can retrieve the chat data, and also developers can develop their own applications. And within Power Apps, they can publish. I mean, they can build their business application with low code tools, and also they can generate like tables or layouts and all these things. So overall, I find that they have bought a lot of things that is allowing the developers to create a very good environment, and everything is coming under one UI interface, which is a good thing, which I can say on that.
Yeah, and I think there are a couple of data security elements as well, which I noticed is I think they're extending the Microsoft Purview information into Copilot Studio, which means you can automatically classify and protect sensitive information, right? So, say for example, if your agent has some credit card information or some, I mean, numbers or employee ID or things like that, you can actually put some controls behind it. And one more thing is that any agent that's been created through Studio, you can actually see that in your Enter ID application portal with an app ID associated with it. So what it brings to the table is that you can actually see all the agents in one area, and it's easy for the administrator to manage and put some policies around it. You can even go ahead with a conditional access policy, right? Like with an app ID, and say that I don't want this particular agent to be accessed outside my office network. So quite a lot of controls there.
Yeah, Ram, that was really exciting, right? So it also improves the governance and security of our tenant. So it was really nice to discuss all the fascinating updates from Microsoft Build. But we have to spend another minute to uh, discuss about another fascinating news for ourselves, right? So I have to congratulate Ram here for your recent award that you received from Wattle, uh, Copilot Creative Catalyst, right? So would you like to add something on that, Ram? So your experience and how you got it.
Yeah, thanks for calling that out, Gokul. I think it was a really good opportunity, right? I think as tech from the tech background, we always look into different, opportunities to grow and then to learn. So this was one of the areas where I got an opportunity to portray the work that was done on the Copilot area, and it was a panel of judges who evaluate the work that you have done on Copilot, and what changes it has done to the organization or your environment, right? So based on that, that category was chosen. But I would encourage everyone to see how we can participate in these forums, and then similar to what we are doing today, right? Sharing our knowledge through podcast. It could be KV articles, or helping other peers from the other organizations who are struggling to start up with the Copilot journey. So these things would encourage, and also it would be a good learning experience for everyone.
Yeah, Ram.
Congrats, I'm happy for you being a part of our team. You represented and you were able to get it. That's a good
Thank
thing.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Priya. Yeah.
Once again, congratulations, Ram, and thanks everyone for joining this podcast. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.